questions in English, 5 minutes on the clock, and a native speaking English teacher. Welcome to 5 Minute Friday. Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Friday. Today I have your questions that you have left me on my YouTube videos or perhaps on my Facebook page. I've put them all into this little bag. I've put 5 minutes onto my timer. So let's start the timer and let me try and answer your questions all about English for you. First question. My name has an accent in it. Should I write it when I write in English? Me, I would recommend not writing it. You didn't give me your name, but let's say, for example, your name was, I don't know, Chloe. I wouldn't write Chloe like you normally write it in French. I would just write C-H-L-O-E. in English, just because in the English alphabet we don't use accents at all. And if it was an official form, something at the airport, or I don't know, something official, I wouldn't use an accent because, we don't use accents in English. If you are filling an official form, it could be, as I said before, an airport or something government or even a hotel. They will ask you for your name, and normally they also ask you for your surname. Now, name is your first name. For me, it's Chris, and my surname is Selden. So just be careful with that. Surname means last name, or sometimes they will write family name, but normally it's written surname, name and surname. Occasionally, normally in British English countries, they would ask for your Christian name and surname. Your Christian name, again, is your first name. So again, for me, it is Chris. But Christian name. So just be careful with that one. But yes, if you do have accents in either your Christian name or your surname, I wouldn't use them when writing in English. Let's go. Next question. Next question is, for my studies, I must read a fiction book in English. It is long and difficult. I want to stop and just watch the film. I wouldn't recommend stopping and watching the film, no. Just like in French, often the films and the books are quite different. I feel your pain of reading a long and difficult book in a different language. I also read books in French, and when I first started reading books in French, they were difficult for me too. They really were. I would recommend not using a dictionary when you read. So read the book and just simply try and understand the context of the story. If you are reading and you come to a word that you do not understand, often people will stop, go and get the dictionary and find the meaning of that word and then come back to the story. It's not a pleasurable experience. It's not a nice way to read that. So what I do is I simply read the story and I try and understand. Often, if you continue with the story, you will start to understand that word. Maybe you'll see that word again in a slightly different way and you will understand the meaning behind it. If it's a really, really difficult passage, perhaps go and look at the dictionary, but no, really try and read without a dictionary. You said it was for your studies, so it might be very important that you do understand all the story. Perhaps get the same book in French. Read the book in French first, and then go back and read it in English to start to understand the vocabulary and things in there. That could be one idea, but I'd recommend not reading with a dictionary. Just makes it more enjoyable when I read in French, no dictionary. Let's go to the next question. But that was an interesting one. Thank you for that. How should you respond to a would you mind question? A would you mind question. Now, many of you perhaps don't know a would you mind question, but they are an excellent way of asking people something in English. Would you mind? I'll give you some examples. Would you mind helping me, please? Would you mind doing this for me, please? Would you mind working on the weekend? Now, would you mind? Would you mind? In French, it translates like this, would you mind? And it's a difficult way to, oops, let's just stop my timer there. They are difficult questions to answer because if you want to answer a would you mind question in a positive way, you actually have to say, no, no, I don't mind. No, I don't mind. Would you mind helping me? No, I don't mind. You answer negatively to say a positive response. You could also say something like, of course not. Of course not. Would you mind working on the weekend? Of course not. Of course not. Means actually, yes, yeah, no problem, yeah. So, would you mind questions? If you want to answer them in a positive way, you actually have to say no. No, I don't mind. And if you, of course, want to answer them in a negative way, you say, yes, I mind. Oui, ça me dérange. Yes, I mind. I can't work on the weekend. Okay, so yeah, just be really careful with those would you mind questions. Yes actually means no, and no means yes. They are really good questions to ask difficult things of somebody. Something like, would you mind working on the weekend? Okay, and if you noticed in those examples I gave before, the verbs were all in the ing form. Would you mind working? Would you mind helping? Would you mind doing? Would you mind replacing? Etc. Okay? It's very important when you ask a would you mind question to use the ing. Excellent question. Thank you so much for that. I don't mind answering your questions. In fact, I love it. So please, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below on this video or any of my videos. And of course, if you like this video, please support me with a little like and subscribe. And tell your friends to come and subscribe too. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.